I'm out of video ideas, so here's some Black Ops Cold War. For those of you who don't know, I've switched from a GTX 960 to a GTX 1660 Super, and I'm lagging. No, so I changed from, 960 to 1660 Super, and I gotta say, it is a very nice switch. Am I lagging? I don't know if I am. I'm a shit shot, though. Do I still plan on making 960 videos? I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. It's just, I feel like it's just a pain in the ass to switch back, and really only use a graphics card, or only plug in a graphics card I'm going to be using for like a few minutes. Just test out some games that really I could already expect not run well. So, I probably won't be oh crap. I probably won't be doing too many 960 videos, and yeah, I still have the card, I'm just sitting on my desk, but I don't have any plans to switch to it, and I'm lagging a lot. I might have to do some stuff. Yeah. No, I was doing good literally about an hour ago, and now I'm doing terrible. As you can see, the smoke did give me a frame rate drop. Okay, I just went flying. No, there was a frame rate drop from the smoke. That's usually what happens. And, okay, I'm having major lag issues. Let me change a few things, and I'll get back to you. I'm back. So, tweaked a few things, hopefully we'll be running better. If not, well, I'm not going to be able to make a video. As I was saying though, do I have plans to use my 960 for future videos? I really don't, because, again, I don't really test graphics cards that much, and, it was just mainly there because it was there. So I figured, I have a 960, why don't I make some videos on it? But yeah, I don't really plan on actually using that for future videos. But who knows, if I get a lot of requests for it, I might. And I have plenty of games I could test. I have games like, I have Cyberpunk, Horizon Zero Dawn, even Control. I could all test on my 960, but I just don't feel up to it that much. Also, is anyone, I found Control, so I'm trying to play through Control. Trying to. Keyword there. And I played through Quantum Break previously. I just don't feel it's as engaging as Quantum Break. I really don't. Even though it's supposed to be like a better version of it, I honestly don't feel the gameplay is as thrilling, and traversing the huge facility just doesn't seem that fun. And actually, a lot of times I've had to look up videos online and ask, how do I get to this point, or do this, or find this person. And one of the guys in the comments in one of those videos said it actually drags the score down for him on that, and I agree. That it really just drags it down, because it's just annoying to have to do that, because the game really doesn't walk you through as much. It's not as linear as Quantum Break was, or Alan Wake for that matter. Even though they didn't feel linear, which is really nice. But yeah, Control, you're pretty much on your own, and I guess I'm just not used to that sort of gameplay style. But yeah, no, it really drags it down. And honestly, I don't feel as engaged as in Control, or I don't feel as engaged in Control as I was in Quantum Break and Alan Wake. I do have to play Max Payne. I want to go back and play the original Max Payne, because I haven't played that, but I do know it's a phenomenal game from what people have played. And I even might be able to make shaders for it. I think I said this before in another video, but I don't know. I appear to still be lagging. Oh jeez, it is bad. Alright, well, I have a few more things I could try if I'm still lagging, but if not, well, I'm not going to be able to make much of a video. And, see, okay. Don't know what he's doing there. But yeah, no, when it's not lagging, Cold War runs really nice on a 960. Or not a 960, no, a 1660 Super, and an overclocked Ryzen 5. Ryzen 5 3600. And the overclock is auto, so it goes from 3. God damn it, am I gonna be able to do this? Hopefully. It goes from 3600 megahertz to 4300 megahertz. For those of you who don't know much about overclocking, Jesus, okay, this is bad. For those of you who don't know much about overclocking, megahertz just means is the sort of room it has to work, and the more megahertz you have, the better. So overclocking gives you more megahertz, but if you overclock too far, which is why I don't manual overclock, if you overclock too far, you could damage your CPU or GPU, because you can overclock both of those, and I just died, and your RAM as well. You can overclock a lot of things on a computer. My RAM and my CPU overclocked, both because, or those are. They're overclocked because they both have automatic settings that you can do, and I did try overclocking my GPU, but I ended up just okay. This is abysmal. Let me hold on. Can I just do something really quick? I did try overclocking my CPU, no, my GPU, just to get a few more frames out of 1660 Super, and it crashed a lot of stuff. Or didn't crash. Some games it would crash on, some games it wouldn't. I cannot. Oh my god, this is abysmal. Jesus, my computer's kind of having a stroke. Okay. Wow, this is just great. Getting 7 FPS. There we go. Okay, back to normal. It appears to do better now. It's downloading something on uTorrent web in the background, so I figured I guess I'd have to stop that. Normally though, uTorrent web doesn't really affect games that much, but I guess this time just did. But as I was saying though, I tried overclocking my 1660 Super, and games like Black Ops Cold War would crash, and other games as well. Can't name anything specific. Oh, Cyberpunk 2077 would also crash, and yeah, some games would work and get a decent benefit out of it, but honestly, I figured I'm just not going to overclock it and just tweak down things a bit. Like Far Cry 5, if you're not running, you can run in ultra settings, but with HE textures on, with HE textures off, to simplify it for you, I get like a constant 75, like a few dips to like 72 here and there, but nothing too glitchy. You know, nothing that you're exactly going to notice. And with overclocking, I can get those same frames, but or near those same frames, but I can run HE textures. With HE textures on and no overclocking, it runs from like about 65 to 75, and normally that's definitely okay, but it keeps transitioning and going up and down, and a constant low frame rate is better than a high shifting frame rate, because it just so jarring going from 60 to 75 frames. It just won't stay put. I could limit it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Or I don't feel up to that, because I just don't feel like it. But yeah, no. So I figured I'll just play with that HE textures, and yeah, I'd much rather get a constant 40 as opposed to a shift from 50 to 70, because it's just bad like that. It's so jarring. Am I at the top? This is not going well. I'm the top player. They're winning by quite a bit, so yeah. But I was doing really good last round. No, yeah, about an hour or two ago, I was doing fairly well, but I guess that changed. And yeah, I'm not sure what I have left to say. The graphics do look nice, and things with the reflections and all. Even though I'm not running RTX, the reflections still look pretty cool, and they almost look like they're like a lower grade form of RTX. So that's really nice. I was thinking of trying Modern Warfare out, but I've been holding back on it because I would essentially just be playing the campaign, because multiplayer is practically the same as Cold War, but it might have a few things different about it. But as far as I know, you have to look into really specific details, so who knows. But I'm thinking of trying Modern Warfare just for its campaign, because I've heard a lot of great things about the campaign, or not great things, but good things at least. I've heard mixed opinions about it, but I really just want to see for myself if it's good or bad. But at most, it would just be a generic shooter. And I don't have problems with the generic shooters, but sometimes, well, it depends on the shooter. Sometimes the gameplay is fun and engaging, sometimes it's not. Usually when it is, though, I can look past, even if it just has a generic military story, I can look past that if the gameplay is fun, and just good enough. Again, I love games like Cyberpunk and Horizon, where they're more open world and whatnot, but yeah, I just felt like playing a generic shooter. Don't know why. I figured what better way to do that than to play Cold War, which again is running at a constant 75 here, so that's really good. When I'm playing zombies though, it actually does shift more. It goes from like 63 to like 65 to 67, so it is a little disorientating. But yeah, no, it runs well enough, but it does not stay at a constant 75, even with. Actually, I haven't tried it with my overclocked CPU, so I'll have to see how that works out. But yeah, no, it's definitely playable. It's a lot more playable than it was in my 960. And actually, on my 960, I was getting like 8 frames in zombies when I was playing it. I was getting like 8 frames, so I had to lower the graphics down. And okay. Oh wait, I just realized that I can probably take that down. Maybe. There we go. Jeez, I'm still coughing up. So that's the deal with the 960. And yeah, again, I was running it on its max settings. I didn't have to. I just felt like it. And actually, I was fairly decent in multiplayer with even though I was only getting like 18 frames, so I would not deem playable. I was still fairly decent at multiplayer, so I thought that was really cool. Is there an enemy here? I think there is. Oh, I died. Holy shit. Again, I have plenty of other games I could test out, like even Battlefield for that matter, which is more interesting in terms of frames, and doesn't always quite keep its constant 75. It does stay like about mid-60s, so that's, again, more than playable. Even 30 frames would be playable, which is actually what I used to play it at. I used to play it about like 30-ish frames, mid-30s, because again, I would run it on my 960 with max settings on. So, yeah, considering the fact that 960 is, considering the fact it's 960, and only has 2 gigabytes of RAM, is able to do quite a bit, but honestly I feel it's about time for an upgrade, and this was not a bad choice at all. I might actually make a Doom Eternal video, because I just feel like it, and I've wanted to make more videos recently, and, yeah, no, since I don't have any current ideas, aside from the Doom Eternal one I just made, this is what we'll have to do for now. I did want to record a video of me playing through, Ravenholm, or Half-Life 2, the Ravenholm chapter with the cinematic mod enabled, because, again, aside from all the character model issues, you gotta give it credit for sprucing up the game, and I think it does do that really well with it. Originally I saw it, I thought it was just, textures and lighting and whatnot that have been improved. No, it adds full-on physical objects and sections and whatnot that I think look really cool and just add to the scene in general. So, if you're willing to overlook the character models, there is a really good mod underneath it. I guess my only complaint would be, again, aside from the character models, well, I'm mixed about the character models, because, well, you don't have to use them. They're there, but you don't have to use them if you don't want to, so it's just sort of mixed, but I don't want to get into details right now. But my only complaint would be with the pulse rifle. If you look at its model, it's just an MP5 with an attachment of some sorts on it. Just to make sure, okay, yeah. No, if the pulse rifle model and cinematic mod of Half-Life 2, and the first-person model as well, it's just an MP5 with more attachments on it. To, I guess, make it fire energy bullets, or, pulse bullets, like, it did in, or like the original did. And I think that's pretty neat and all, but I wish it would just be just a rifle. I wish it would just be a separate rifle, and I feel like it's, that kind of a missed opportunity to do something cool, because the pulse rifle in the original game is cooler than the, cinematic mod one, and it's really too bad, because they could have done something really neat with that idea. The MM mod did that fairly well, with just taking the original gun and just modifying the way it is. Just switching up the animations a bit, giving it a really cool reload animation, and also switching up the firing animation to where Gordon actually pulls off the entire side of it as a magazine. I think that's really good, and I think the cinematic mod should try and change it up if they can, because, again, having it be an MP5 is just, or modified MP5, I feel, is just a letdown. And it would be a lot better if oh, gotta get rid of that. It would be a lot better if it was an actual rifle. Yeah, an M16 would have been fine, you know? Like, I would have gone with just an M16 that shoots energy bullets. So, I had to actually end that clip early. I ended up filming another clip after that, or rather a segment, of zombies running on the 1660 Super, because the frame rate's a little more different on that. But as I was filming, I was actually pretty far into it. I was in like round 17. So as I was filming, my computer actually shat itself and blue screened. Just blue screened. And as I was in the middle of recording. So I have the clip here, but as you can see, it's not it's not working right, and it just corrupted the footage itself. So, yeah, pretty unfortunate. If you can see there, it said the item is unplayable. But, yeah, pretty unfortunate circumstances, because I had a decent amount of footage there, and I, lost it pretty much. I guess because it's corrupted. Even though it should be there, I thought it would just stop recording. But no, it crashed the, clip as well, so I'm just gonna delete that. In a nutshell, yeah, to end the pulse rifle, conversation, even though I already finished it off, it's a letdown. That was just a modified MP5. But also during the video, I talked about how I wanted to start making more 1660 Super videos, and I might make one on Doom Eternal and Horizon Zero Dawn in the future. But as of now, I'm out of energy. I do not feel like recording that entire segment again. So I'm just going to leave it at this for now. You've seen how it runs in multiplayer. Even though this wasn't the most intensive map, or isn't the most biggest map. It's pretty intensive with the reflections and all. But yeah, no, my thing just blue screened, and I ended up losing the zombies clip, and I sunk a decent amount of time into that. So more 1660 super videos in the future if my computer does not blue screen. But as of now, I've been enjoying this graphics card, and I've had it for about almost a month now, and I think it was a really good purchase, considering the stock options also were bad. So again, keep an eye out for my videos regarding the Super or the 1660 in the future.